Today, I've got 4 grammar hacks that are going to help you boost your PT Summarized Written Text exam. And you can find the original 300-word passage in the captions. So when I'm facing a huge text, I need to identify the main idea and then add the details. First, you need to understand a complex sentence. So look at this example summary. The main idea: legal rights and safeguards lead to long-lived investments. This part makes sense all alone, but the extra detail is which have a far higher impact on raising living standards than natural resources. But if we don't introduce the main idea first, that cannot work on its own. But if we have them working together, we have a beautiful, complex, and complete sentence. So in your big original text, identify the main idea first, and then you can add details. This is called a relative pronoun. Remember this because it helps you build a relative clause. Now, to keep it simple, a clause is basically a sentence that contains a subject and a verb, but we call this one relative clause because it starts with a relative pronoun, which. Still following? Let me explain. How to use which. So you could say, chocolate boosts the mood. Okay, but if you wanted to add details, you could go, chocolate, which is loved by many people, boosts the mood. It's not essential, but it's a nice thing to say. On the other hand, if you want to say something essential, you wouldn't use which. You would use that. Imagine your friend calling you at the supermarket and he's looking at many chocolate bars. He doesn't know which one to pick. So you'll have to say the essential information. The chocolate that has nuts is my favorite. And that's helpful for him. Now, a very quick one, but this adds structure to your sentence. That's your number 3, conjunctions. Yes, it's a big word, but it's very simple. And to join similar ideas, but to show contrast, because to explain reasons. That's a quick one, but it's very important. Now, number 4, punctuation. This is called a comma, and it's really important in English grammar. So you remember the relative pronoun which. To add extra details, you will need 2 commas. One at the beginning of your relative clause, just before which, and then at the end of the extra detail. Does that make sense? You will not need any commas with the relative pronoun that. Again, we use that for essential details. Dogs that are well trained are easier to manage than those that aren't. Now it's time for your practice, and stay strong. Go to the captions and find the official PT Summarized Written Text